Put some music on. Let's do me, and then I don't know, light. Under. My mic is picking it up. Okay. I'm going to talk for a little bit, and if I see there's someone in here, if you could possibly let me know if the music is too loud or if it is not too loud, just let me know. I obviously don't want to not be able to be heard. So yeah. Let's drop this down a little bit. There we go. Oh man, what a day. Sorry about that. After this, I'll be getting one special guy painted up pretty quickly. Hopefully it's not too late. It might be too late, and for that I do apologize. But hope I can get it out and you can use it for a thumbnail. But who knows? We'll see. Oh, my back. This chair was awesome when I bought it, but it is not awesome now. We'll wait a couple more minutes. So at 12:45 my time, I'll get started. Hopefully a few will show up. We'll see. Yes, and get started just talking about some background stuff. I really do want to thank OnePageRules. I think Gaiton, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Thank you for reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity here. I am still working on my the project that I want to do and I wanted to show off. It's actually pretty cool. A little ambitious, but I think it's gonna look really nice when it's all said and done. I'm about 60% done with everything, but it's gonna look really, really cool when it's all finished. And you know, in the video I kind of want to show my inspiration and talk a little bit about what made me excited about these miniatures. So I'm working on that. There's a lot of real life things that are happening. I'll kind of mention that a little bit later too, but man, it's kind of crazy. So just know that I am working on that. It's not sitting on the back burner. It's just that there's a lot of things going on that realistically are a little bit more important such as making sure that I can, feed my family and we can stay in a house, those kind of things. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and let's just hop right in and we'll see how this goes from here. If you are watching this later on, that's totally cool. I'm super excited, and thank you for watching. If you're watching this right now, that is super awesome as well. Thank you so much for being here. As you know, we have been hosting monthly painting competitions for 7 months now. I think it's our 7th painting competition. This month, our host was OnePageRules. They've been actually getting quite a bit of popularity. I know, like Luke's APS, although I think it's Geek Gaming Scenics now. Just a lot of people have actually been getting these promotional opportunities, and I have also gotten one. And like I mentioned, that I'm in the process of doing mine. I'm just not as fast as other content creators. I have a lot of other things on my plate. That being said, they gave us the choice of 3 models. Now, since there was a little bit fewer participants than I anticipated, I just had one competition for everyone, and they're all in the same boat. So I think there were 8 entries, even with the week extension. So I'll make sure that I do share. I'll have a post on Instagram, and I'm going to share all of the 8 entries, and then I'm going to share later on. I'm going to share the winner. But I wanted to thank everyone who did participate. Thank you so much. I know it's not always easy. It's not always easy to drop what you're doing and put time and effort into something. But for those of you that were able to put it together and get done on time, thank you so much. So let's hop in. So we have that. Oh, I need to actually click on this thing, don't I? Yep, there we go. Okay, for our first judge, we had Mezgike. He's a long time, I guess, point of inspiration for me, and we've been friends. I'm air quoting right now, friends for a while. He lives in Australia. I live in not Australia, so we're as friendly as friends can be, separated by giant massive oceans and things. But anyway, Mezgike has kindly sent in his decision. He chose MoveMind 3D's Boar Captain, and he said that it's a good job drawing attention to the model by darkening the outer areas of the base and lightening the center. There you go, words. It's a great technique that works really well. I do really like this model, and I think the base adds so much to it. You have a lot of really cool colors that go into it, and everything plays really well. Nothing seems out of place. I like the little blue on the trousers there, and then the yellow with the red. I mean, there's a lot of just really great colors, and I like the design here. This freehand on the paint. You can see it's like stripping, and it's just really cool. So that's a good one. Next, 52 Miniatures. He said he likes Silly Billy's Boar Captain. Lovely grim dark unification, drawing all attention to the menacing eyes on the beast. This is another great submission here. I do agree that I like how the single most impacting part of this is the eyes. It's really cool as far as the board itself. Next, Goobertown Hobbies. He also chose MoveMind 3D's Boar Captain. I love the world building of this model. The designs and weathering on the mount are great. The base does the job of establishing a bleak battlefield and drawing focus to the mini itself with the light to dark gradient. that is something that I really do like about this one too, is that it does tell a cool story. And I think the base just adds so much to that. I decided to chime in on this one as well. I liked Silly Billy's. I said, I think this model is my favorite because the story it tells. The model is very well painted, and the base adds so much to the depth and composition is what I meant to say. Depth and composition of the piece, not competition. I love the believability of the model as a whole. The colors are realistic and homogeneous, and they're expertly countered or supported by the vibrant yet chaotic nature of the base's vegetation. Very well done. I really, really like how, you know, the boar and the captain look really just kind of grimy and almost like they had rusted in place. You know, if they're robotic, they rusted in place. And in my mind, it plays almost like a I Am Legend type thing. You know, everyone is gone, and all of the technology is kind of just rusted solid, but life is coming up through the cracks of the rocks. Life is taking back over. And so you have like the grim, dark, bleak appearance of the boar and the captain, and then you have this vibrant life coming up between the rocks underneath the feet of the boar. And it's just a great story. I think it's a really cool piece, and that's why I chose this one. Cornell, he liked MoveMind 3D's Snake Rider. He said, while the photo is not that good, the applied textures and colors look great, especially the snakeskin. It captures him despite seeming unfinished and blurry. Now, I know that the reason this is a little unfinished and blurry is because this wasn't a finished photo. This is one that he submitted, but it's not one that's, you know, it's not sitting on a base and things like that. This is just what he submitted here. I thought since the piece itself looked done, I would add that to the list, and it worked. I mean, we have, I believe this is non-metallic metal here on the shield and on the you know, collar there. The snakeskin does look really cool, especially the transition from the blue, and then it goes to kind of a yellow to green and then brown. Really cool. 1 second, the music has died. Let's bring that back, shall we? There we go. All right. MIKAH from MTechCave. Now, MIKAH is not a painter, but MIKAH has been hugely supportive of my channel, of my Discord, of my hobby in general. He does run MTechCave, which is the single greatest hobby store in the United States. Without question, without doubt, his reward program and his membership programs make MTechCave the spot to go. I keep saying him. It's actually run by MIKAH and his wife, Michaela, and they're expecting a baby in the not too distant future. So thank you both, MIKAH and Michaela, for your continued support of the hobby in general. And thank you for being there for me, especially as we add more things to the Discord and just being there and having just, honestly, the best prices and customer service out there. So that being said, let's see what Mike has to say. He also chose this model from Silly Billy. The base stands out in the photo, and I can tell there's some definite dry brushing happening, which adds to the detail. A lot of care was taken in defining the base, and that makes the model stand out. I could not agree more. Sascha, or as we might know him in Discord or on Instagram as Lord Shader. Now, I reached out to Sascha because one of the other guest judges wasn't able to be here, and I thought if there's one person in the Discord that everyone can look at the work they've submitted and know that this person at least knows what they're talking about, it was Sascha. So he says that his piece was from Silly Billy as well. I do really like the crisp and grimdark look of that model. I also enjoy the very muted color palette. Overall, a very balanced and clean work. Great job. So our winner is Silly Billy with this rusted, decrepit boar captain, and oops, go back, and it was wow, easy for me to say. It was well earned. Great job. The colors are fantastic, and that's something about Silly Billy's work that I can. It's funny because as the more and more you see someone's work, the more and more you see their style, right? And this is something very telling of Silly Billy. A lot of the same color palette, but there's enough variation between the highlights and the shadows and things like that that you get a feel that that's what that would look like in real life. And Grimdark is 100% his style. Incredible. And I think the thing that really caught my eye was the fact that the grass was vibrant and bright green, and it really just, honestly, it kind of went against, pardon my yawn, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. Anyway, the base on this one goes against the majority of Silly Billy's work I've seen to this point. From model to base, a lot of times what's very telling in his style is that it's homogeneous, is that everything looks like it goes together. Like you've taken a picture of someone running or standing in an environment, and that picture is exactly, it goes together. But this one, I think the cool aspect is that the story has two different, opposing realities, and that is the grim, dark, just rusty and almost frozen of the boar, and then you have this life that's overcoming the rocks, it's growing up past it. Just a really cool story. All right, so what's next month's competition? Let's talk about that a little bit. There are a lot of things going on in my life right now, and it's hard to focus on this, honestly. So that being said, I've already spoken with Marshall from Marshall's Miniatures, and I have talked about promoting his next month's Slay the Gray competition. I will post a link in the Discord lobby for anyone to go join his Discord. His Discord has a lot of the same great painters we have here. They have monthly painting competitions, and I really want to start working with Marshall to maybe take turns, or just, hey man, I got to take a little break, so can you hold down the fort for a month or two? He's already been very gracious to help me out in that avenue. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on, and one of those things is starting a new job, because it's necessary and there are a lot of opportunities. So I'll be starting a new job, and like I said, I will post a link in the hobby house lobby. But again, if you've competed this month, or even in previous months, thank you so much for taking part in the competitions. Thank you so much for investing your time and your effort, and I hope to get back to hosting these painting competitions very soon, but due to things in real life, I don't know just how soon. Ideally, it's just 1 month break, but I will be posting more in the Discord as I find out, or as my schedule allows, and we should know what's happening by the 1st of November, whether we're going to have something soon or it's going to be pushed off till maybe December, or even the following January. So without further ado, congratulations to Silly Billy. Thank you so much, guest judges, for providing your input, and thank you, OnePageRules, for providing the models. That will be all. Have a good one.